Now, News Extra on KNEB, and with our program, here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. As I previewed on the 7 o'clock news, we have Senator Deb Fischer here. She has a very busy day today. She not only is here, but she's in Bridgeport for a town hall meeting at 9, then up to Alliance for the Heartland Expressway annual meeting. So a busy day for you today. Yeah. Let's talk about there's a lot of things going on right now. First of all, Charlottesville. Did the president do enough there to condemn what happened over there, do you think? Or
I know the majority of Nebraskans join with me in condemning hatred and violence and racism that we saw exhibited there by white supremacists. And that's the message that we have to continue to put that out, that this is not tolerated, it's despicable, and we'll continue to put forth that message.
Okay. The other thing that's gone on in the last 24 hours, we have Barcelona with a terrorist attack. Europe seems to be the target of many of these attacks. How worried are you in Washington about the fact that Europe seems to be, I mean, we have our own security problems, but they seem to have real issues over there?
Yes, they do, and we saw another one yesterday in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last I heard there were about 14 people that died in that. It's horrific. Again, to use a vehicle for terrorism. We saw that here in Charlottesville. We see it in Spain now, in Barcelona. We saw it in France. Sadly, I think we'll see more of it because the terrorists seem to be acting in ways that are basically easier for them to find targets.
Yeah. All right, let's go to domestic things at home, health care. Once again, we're kind of in a situation where it's bogged down. We couldn't get anything passed, no repeal or replace in September. What do you think about the chances of actually getting something done? Because I know Senator Gardner down in Colorado couldn't even speak during his 3 town hall meetings. People were so upset about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm fortunate here in Nebraska that we show respect for each other, and I've had great town halls. Had a couple in March. I had one in Omaha in June. We're traveling the state now and having a lot of town halls around the state. And people want to have a conversation. They want to be able to hear, first of all. They want to hear questions, hear answers, see an exchange. So in Nebraska, I've been very fortunate that our folks show civility at a town hall. When we look at health care, oh gosh, Kevin, yeah, I was very disappointed that we didn't get on a bill. I'm a little angry with some of my colleagues, because I think we obviously gave our word for many elections here that we were going to repeal Obamacare. And we couldn't even get on a bill to be able to have a public debate and to take up amendments. You know, every senator through this reconciliation process, every senator has the right to offer an amendment. Leadership can't shut that down. This is one time leadership cannot shut it down. So I think we owed it to the public at least to get on a bill, have a debate, so they could listen to what our ideas are with health care, and to make us vote. Because it's that vote on amendments and it's that vote on the final bill. That's how you all hold me accountable, is to be able to have that vote. That's the transparency that we need in this. That's the public discussion that we need in it. Well, now we'll see it probably go back to committees. I'm a little concerned about what I hear may happen in committees. It will, from what I hear right now, they're just talking about putting money into insurance companies. That is not going to solve any problem. It's going to help stabilize the market, but we need more than that. Nebraskans want affordable health care. They want affordable insurance. They're tired of seeing their premiums go up. You know, we've seen premiums in this state in the last 4 years go up 153%. You know, that is not sustainable. Families can't afford it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we'll take a break, talk about NAFTA. We'll talk about some other stuff. Heartland Expressway right after this.
Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply's end of summer clearance is going on now. Get huge red tag discounts on clothes, tools, gear, and more now through Sunday, August 20th. At Murdoch's, you can grab a few things you need and a few things you want and save up to 75% on all of it. Plus, prepare to watch the total solar eclipse too. Murdoch's has the perfect camp chairs, coolers, camp grills, propane, and more. Details at your local Murdoch's.
Argentina, I thought I'd ask you about that. All right, back on News Extra, we're talking with Senator Deb Fischer about a number of things. One of the things I wanted to get to right away is we're renegotiating NAFTA right now. Some good news about Argentina accepting our pork here in the last 24 hours. How do you look at the negotiations on NAFTA and our trade?
Well, trade's very important to the state of Nebraska, to agriculture producers in the state of Nebraska. Ag drives the economy in this state, and Nebraskans realize that we're dependent upon it for our economy to be healthy. When ag doesn't do well, our economy doesn't do well in the state. So getting good negotiations through NAFTA obviously is very important. I was very encouraged yesterday with the news on Argentina with our pork. That's important. I think that's a first step, and hopefully that's going to lay the groundwork for some good work to be done with NAFTA.
Yeah, we have to. What priorities do we have to have if we're going to renegotiate this NAFTA agreement, do you think?
Well, we need to make sure that our producers are looked after. And obviously in negotiations, both sides have to feel like they have some kind of win. But I hope the administration will be very, very strong when it comes to ag, and will make sure that we get a good deal.
Yeah. Heartland Expressway, you're going up to Alliance for that. And of course, we're starting to, you'll see some construction as you go up to Alliance as part of the Heartland Expressway. They're adding 2 lanes there in that area. Federal money for the Heartland Expressway, is that possible with the infrastructure things that the president wants to do?
Yeah, first of all, I'm just really excited to be there. I love my roads. So I'm very excited to see progress being made on the Heartland. I've had an opportunity to meet with White House staff a week ago, and they gave me an outline on what they're looking at in their infrastructure bill. One component of it, about 25%, will be for rural development. So we should be able to see some more revenue coming to this area. About 80% of that will be distributed through the Highway Trust Fund. And then there's the opportunity in another 20%, there'll be more flexibility there. And what I'm looking at is the possibility to see the deployment of more broadband in rural areas. I think with flexibility with this infrastructure bill, at least I made it clear that I would hope that they would allow for broadband development as well. So that I think is pretty exciting, and obviously we're going to keep our eye on it and keep working with the White House and trying to make sure that we can meet a lot of varying interests here in rural Nebraska and what we need. We need roads, we need broadband. We have to make sure that we continue to develop infrastructure.
All right. Real quick, promised I'd ask about North Korea, and I know you want to do a short answer and it's hard, but are things calming down a little bit in between the rhetoric? At least it seems to me it is.
I hope it is. But North Korea is a threat, and people need to realize that. They have ICBM capability now. They have, it's been reported that they have capabilities they're getting close to developing on being able to put a nuclear warhead on their ICBMs. That is a direct threat to our homeland. These are ICBMs that can reach major cities here in the United States. We have a missile defense system that is good, that is secure, that they're interceptors that will be able to take these out. We have to make sure that we continue to develop that and have, as technology develops, incorporate that even more into that missile defense system in California and Alaska that protects the homeland. And we need to work with diplomacy. I always say first, second, and third. We work on diplomacy, and I was happy to see the Security Council at the United Nations strengthen sanctions. But we have to make sure the Russians and the Chinese follow through with it.
Yeah. All right, very good. Thanks again for stopping by. You're always welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Senator Deb Fischer stopping by on News Extra this morning.